Australia. The land of opportunities offers much more to aspiring immigrants than you would imagine. Great lifestyle, career opportunities, work-life balance, affordable quality education, social security and health benefits, incredible sports facilities, and world-class living, just to name a few. Australia has a strong economy and low unemployment rate, and offers salaries that well justify your professional credentials and expectations. Are you a skilled immigrant struggling to find your perfect job in Australia? Have you applied for several jobs and getting very few to no interview calls at all? Have you been interviewed but consistently getting rejection letters and wondering why? Are you a resilient professional who is really serious about investing your time and money in quickly finding your dream job? It doesn't matter whether you're in Australia or overseas. We are here to help you. Based in Melbourne, Career Launch Australia is a professional career mentoring service offered to global skilled immigrants to secure their perfect Australian job in weeks instead of months, and getting paid what they deserve, even if they don't have local experience. Immigrant coaching is much more than just career coaching. It involves understanding the mindset and thought process of individual immigrants at an emotional level, and professionally helping them with their job search. Empathy and heart-to-heart connection is crucial for immigrant coaching, and you will surely notice it in CLA consultants. Qualified professionals who have already got their Australian PR, work visa, or those who have applied for Australian PR and are likely to get their visa in the near future, proactively start working with CLA and acquire job search breakthrough techniques. This often results in them quickly securing the job they love after they migrate to Australia. CLA's proven success blueprints offers immigrant professionals practical tools and mindset they need to quickly succeed in their new life and career in Australia. CLA has been marketing their clients successfully into their preferred careers since more than 10 years, giving them both competence and confidence to win the high-paying positions they deserve. Our fully customizable mentoring package includes executive resume writing, LinkedIn profile, interview preparation, addressing key selection criteria, salary projection and negotiation, and most importantly, strategic networking techniques and connecting you with industry connections. A study shows that recruiters spend only 6 seconds reviewing an individual resume. Does your resume stand out in 6 seconds? On an average, every corporate job receives around 250 applications. Does your application hit the nail on the head? 89% of recruiters report hiring candidates through LinkedIn. Does your LinkedIn profile attract interest? 92% of employers and recruiters hire or plan to hire candidates through networks or referrals. How many recruiters do you know? 85% of critical jobs are filled via networking of some sort. Do you know how to strategically network with the right people and access the hidden job market? Average Australian full-time salary is $5,000 a month. You're losing this huge amount every month you're jobless for, and you're using your own hard-earned overseas money to survive in Australia. Could you afford to sustain this double loss? Time is ticking, so don't wait any further. Come and have a chat with us to quickly secure your dream job.
Resilience is your ability to fight back like a warrior when life's challenges knock you down and succeed in your mission. Welcome to this live simulcast on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Before I bring today's guest on, I would like to dedicate this simulcast to Mr. Gangadhar Doshi, who I lovingly call Appa. I, I lost Appa around 1.5 years ago. He was a great human being and a true giver. Even at the age of 85, Appa was actively involved in the welfare of children in tribal schools in India. I had the great privilege to contribute to Appa's social activity. I met Appa only a couple of times in India, but he influenced me in a great way. After his death, Appa donated his eyes. He was a unicorn. My guest today is Nitish. Nitish was introduced to me by late Appa. He is Appa's grandson. Believe me or not, I have still not met Nitish in person yet, but it feels like we have known each other for a very long time. Nitish means for the follower of the right path, and Nitish has lived up to his name and truly followed the path we showed him. As a result, he has secured a high paying job as a business process analyst in Melbourne. Nitish, welcome to this live simulcast.
Hello, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for
How does it
inviting.
feel? How does it feel to be in the hot seat?
It feels great. A bit nervous, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah, looking forward to this simulcast. And thank you
Beautiful.
so much for inviting me again. Yeah.
So Nitish he has a master's in business information technology from the RMIT University in Melbourne. He is an award-winning professional having experience with market leaders in business analysis, consulting, and stakeholder management at all levels across business. He is highly skilled in business requirements, elicitation, and functional or design specifications, including user cases, user stories, business or technical requirement documents, prototypes, and wireframes. He has shown great commitment, a very strong commitment, resilience, and accountability for securing his high paying job, even when he is on a 485 visa. Now, I asked Nitish as to what questions I want to ask him, and he said, well, let me come up with the questions. So whatever questions I'm going to ask him are the questions that he has crafted, and he wanted to speak about those questions. So you're ready, Nitish?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah.
Happy with the salary?
Too much. Yeah. I
I
didn't
wish
expect
Mel.
it to be, but yeah, like it feels blessed to secure a high paying job. Yeah.
I wish we were not in lockdown. We could have gone to Langam.
Yeah, absolutely. That plan has to be there once the lockdown is opened.
Right. You wanted to talk about how mindset building helps you in having different perspective towards the job market.
Yes, I would like to share. Like, see, it's not. When I entered into the market of searching the jobs, I personally felt that it's not something to be called as to be very hard or to be very easy. You know, like you just need to match the requirements. Everything has a requirement. Every stage has a requirement. Every market has a requirement. Every education has a requirement. So it's just upon more about understanding the requirements first, and later on then crafting your mindset according to that. Because if these two things often conflict against each other, then there is no point in then your mindset will go somewhere in other direction, and the path which you're going, it's leading you somewhere else. So I personally believe this is really a great time to get a job anywhere, in Australia especially. uh, and I feel having the right approach and right attitude towards it, and being good from mental, emotional, and physical perspective truly can lead you a long way ahead.
It's a very interesting point you're making because you got the job right in the middle of COVID,
Yeah.
in the lockdown.
Yeah.
You did not even go for an interview in their office.
Yeah.
Your interviews were conducted on video.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I remember you shared that parcel that you got
Yeah. Work
by
equipments.
courier.
Yes.
What was in it?
So it was the work from home equipments which they sent me out. That was one of the best gift packs I've ever received. And then I was all way busy on my weekends to set it up, and the job is going absolutely well. And yes,
Beautiful.
whatever we have been investing from last 2.5 months, 2 months, it has been paid off in a really great way.
Siddhant wants to congratulate you.
Yeah, thanks, Indant. Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks.
Siddhant, by the way, I saw your Your LinkedIn post today. I think you have become a team leader or something. So, hearty congratulations to you as well, Siddhant. Very well done.
Great work.
Right. You wanted to talk about importance of celebrating small wins in the job hunt process.
Yeah. So often, what we ideally, I believe, is like often whenever we start our job search journey, we often focus on our end result, and I think that's not the only thing which is going to get you the job. It's more about the process. It's more about having that um, mindset that like you're not going to get into the job market today. You are not going to create your resume in just a couple of hours, and then later on you're going to update your LinkedIn profile, and within a week you're going to get a job. In this journey you will face a lot of odds, a lot of wins you can face, but it will be also a time when you will go till second round, third round, and you will come back and you will come into the you will get into a lot of frustration. But I personally feel that that's not more about the frustration, that is more about a win, that at least you have achieved so much in say first or couple of weeks of your job search journey, and then it's just a matter of that success is just around the corner. You just need to break that hurdle and get into there. So I feel celebrating those small wins itself brings a lot of positivity in you, and you have
Mhm.
to be a lot of positive around, like in this journey. You don't you have to completely ignore the no sayers and just keep belief in ourselves, and just get the job done. And these small wins can really be a great motivating factor for you. Yeah,
Absolutely. And I learned it from Australians. I
yeah,
love the fact that they celebrate even the smallest win,
yeah, yeah,
and that definitely improves your self confidence, your self image, big time. And you're right. You know that positivity is created very
yeah.
easily. Right. Let's before we move on, let's take some more congratulations, Dushyant.
Thanks, Dushyant. Thanks. Hi, Sarvanan. Thank you so much. Rohit. Yeah,
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you very much.
thanks so much. Yeah. Srikant. Thanks, Srikant. Thanks, Shiva.
All right. Let's move on. Handling odds in the process and not settling for less.
Yeah. I would like to share this incident with you all. Like there was a time when I just came from my student visa onto the bridging visa, and I actually technically applied it for 485, and my medicals and everything, my procedures were 90% done. And at that point of time I was applying constantly for jobs. I was giving interviews, but the things were not working out. I was just going to the second round, third round, and I was not able to crack the interviews. So in that case, personally, I was not leading to the destination which I wanted. And after that, I immediately got my 485. And technically, when you get your 485, the clock starts ticking for you. And there was this interview which was scheduled for me, and at that point of time I realized that, oh my god, I got my visa, it just the clock has started ticking for me. Should I just take a random job which I'm getting an offer of, and should I just settle down over here? But that time the mentoring from CLA really came into the play, and they said, have faith in yourself, you will get a job. You have actually halfway through there, we should always remember that, why you all started. If you had to settle, if you had to settle for something less, there was no point in investing so much of hard work, so much of effort into it. So I just imagined at that point of time, like I had started, I have invested so much, I'm just like one step behind of what I actually want, and I just gave my best shot, and I have the results laid down in front of me today.
Absolutely. I mean, there is no point in living a mediocre life after coming to Australia and, after investing so much of money in studying and all that, and leaving your parents and leaving your near and dear ones in India and come to Australia and not being able to find a proper job. It does not make any sense. And the other thing, Nitish, I have seen is that if you believe too low, if you start too low here in Australia, it's very hard for you to find your way up.
Yeah,
It
absolutely.
takes a long time for you to start earning good money.
Yeah.
Right. Who do we have next?
Moklesh.
Mokhlis.
Hi, Moklesh. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mokhlis. Thank you for joining. I worked with Mokhlis a few years ago, and great guy. Came from Kuwait at the time. He's originally from Syria, and
Yeah.
now, in addition to being in the IT, he is also an athlete.
Yeah.
From what I remember, Mukhlis, you have done the marathon, full marathon once or twice, at least once. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
And I was actually very, I was quite impressed with that, and I was motivated with your marathon. So eventually, I did not run 42 kilometers, but a couple of years ago, I ran 10 kilometers. So thanks to you. Right. Who do we have? Congratulations, Nitin Rajiv ji. Thank you so much. I'm not sure who you are, but thank you so much. Siddhant is saying, thank you so much, sir. It's an internship only, but I wanted to test my skills and they are working out. Beautiful. That's all.
Nice to
That's
hear.
where it all begins, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. From June onwards, I started my career as a BA. Your inputs helps me to learn a lot. There you go. What would you say?
So I personally will say, like, uh, in this case, it's just better you divide the small tasks, like the bigger task, into the smaller pieces. That is what I have learned into this process. When you Rajiv sir just told used to always tell me when in the sessions, like, often we get scared when we see the bigger goal and it looks impossible to us, but when we break down into the pieces and we start taking adequate steps to achieve those steps, that is something will, like, help you to achieve that. As a BA, I will personally say that having that soft skills in the play is really very important. Building on them, generally on our resume, when we often put that we are a good team player, good communicator, but we tend to give very less importance. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rajiv sir. We tend to give a very less importance to that, but actually when I stepped into the industry, I still face those challenges to communicate with people. you know there is a right approach towards it, and it can't be built up in one day. It takes a bit of time, it takes a bit of experience. It's more about the process, in, like, where you fail sometimes, you learn sometimes. And there just Rajiv sir used to always tell me, simpler things are the ones which often we tend to
Take for
forget,
granted.
we take it for granted, and we don't
Yeah.
and we just keep doing those fancy things. But actually, these all those big things are like come along with you when you have your foundation very strong. So I will always say, keep your foundation strong, always be an open to learning, always be a student, and keep improving on the soft skills. That's the answer to your question. That will lead you a long way ahead.
Wow, beautiful. What an advice. So, on that advice, I'm going to introduce you to somebody that you probably might know.
Yeah, thank you. My mom.
Hi, Kalani, how are you doing? You must be very proud to see your son's progress, where he has reached here in Melbourne. So I remember you talking to me once, and you were so concerned about Nitish that you probably were in tears. So And the second time you were in tears when he got the job. So, it was worth the effort, I believe. There are two other people who you will be very happy to see.
Yeah. Thanks, Satya. Yeah.
So Swati, thank you so much. So Swati is
And
Nitish's auntie, and so is Anuya as well.
yeah.
Thank you, Anuya. Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you so much.
Right. Let's take some questions now. All right. We got Swati Ranjan. Hi, I would like to know how to start this search for job. What is the first step we have? We have PR for South Australia, Adelaide. All right. Okay, Swati. So the first step is to connect with us on WhatsApp, which is +61 409 13 1415. That's +61 409 13 14 15. Just connect with us on WhatsApp, and I will let you know exactly what you need to do. We'll have to talk more about it. Whether you are in Australia or you're still in India when you are coming to Australia and kind of thing. So more than happy to have a chat with you and help you for sure. Um, yes, Mokhlis said that's right, sir. Yes, I got a good memory, Mokhlis. All right, Umair has a question. How have you maintained your confidence throughout this job search journey? A great question.
Yes, absolutely. So, the confidence is like, firstly, I will say eliminate the complete negativity out of your life, eliminate all the no shares out of your life. That is two things I will highly recommend. There will be a lot many people or who will come to you and say that finding a job in an Australia is impossible. You can't do that. Not all of them, but there will be some people. But I will say strongly believe in yourself, take the decisions at the right time. And I believe, yes, having a PR and all might give you an added advantage, but it's nothing is impossible. You can get a job on your temporary residency visa. There have been my friends and who have been CLS clients as well, Aniket, Aditya. They got their high paying jobs on student visa itself.
Mm,
And it's just how you express yourself, how you define yourself, and yes, you will get the job surely. Regarding the confidence is like, just keep doing what you're doing and take the right decision at the right time, and it will just come more when you be around the right people.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Umair, confidence is, it's like this. You already have the confidence, right? And it is covered by the fear. You simply peel off the fear, and the confidence is there. That's
Yeah.
my very straightforward, simple answer to you. It's a process, of course, like Nitish said, you have to develop it. But then, when you have a mentor, that is what the mentor's job is, to make sure that you are always very confident and your self-image is high and kind of things. Right. Now, who do we have? Swati, my husband is going to South Australia in a week's time, and we need to look for specific roles for electronics quality manager roles. Is it very difficult to find specific roles in Australia? Swati, let me tell you this, and I always say this to all my clients. Getting a job in Australia is not easy, but it is not impossible either. Just to put it in one simple sentence. So I guess just get in touch with us, and we will take it from there. Uh,
Yeah.
Priya,
Yes.
who is
Yeah.
she?
Yeah, my aunt as well, my uncle Rahul Joshi's wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi Priya. Hi Rahul. How are you doing? Good to
Yeah,
see you, Priya.
they helped me a lot, by the way, in keeping. They are in Australia. They are based in Sydney,
Absolutely.
and they have always been supportive um, in the crucial times like COVID. So thank you always being there around, and thank you so
Great,
much for
great
supporting.
guys.
Yeah,
Great guys. Yes.
yeah,
All right. Okay. Now, Mom wants to say something. Great job, Nitish, and congratulations.
Thanks.
Wow.
I dedicate this victory to her, by the way. She has she has been with me right from the start. She was the only person at the times when she believed in me when the entire world was against me. I was the most naughtiest kid at the start, initially in my childhood. But she was like, okay, that's fine. You can still do it. Keep going, keep going. And today, she like her heart is just flown away, like with the happiness, and I'm
Absolutely.
really very happy about that. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing her, and of course your dad here in
Yes.
Australia very soon.
Soon going to visit us. Yeah.
Yes. Karthik,
Thanks, Karthik. Thank you so much.
Sujay has a question. Was getting a job through LinkedIn tough, or you needed other support?
See, I personally feel that I was waiting for the question to come about the strategic networking. Personally, I
It's a
didn't
correct
apply.
question.
Sorry. Yeah. So I didn't personally got a job through LinkedIn. I applied it through the different job portal. Um, only support we personally need in this point of time is like you should have the know how to apply and when to apply, because procrastinating is the most harmful thing which we can ever do. The time from when we graduate, the damage is does to you, it just not does to you financially. I personally feel it more does to you from your mind, and then starting settling for something less, that process itself starts. So I personally feel like, like applying and being around the right people and also having a right mentoring about job. See, basically, if you get ill, whom you will go to? You'll go to a doctor. So if you are having a tough time getting a job, obviously a right mentor can help you out with. This is a simple answer to his question. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, just on that, you also wanted to talk about the incredible power of strategic networking. So let's continue with that. What would you say?
So, see, strategic networking is like, like as Sujay mentioned, the question over the LinkedIn, getting a job through LinkedIn, was it tough? So, networking is like you can't just connect with any Tom, Dick, and Harry. You need to have that quality network. You should be able to start that quality conversation. You can just be casual and very informal with any of your connections, because yes, obviously people don't like them to be taken for granted at all. So having that right approach and right technique of networking is something which can lead you miles ahead. There was a amazing human being whom I came across 3 to 4 years before. He was my professor. He told me that, Nitish, what will be your biggest asset down the line 15 years. So they said to me that your network will be the biggest asset. You won't you don't know, you will underestimate it for next 7 8 years, because that is just in the you because you are just in the process of building your empire. But once it's built and once it's stable, you will start seeing the magic how it plays a role. I found an amazing mentors through LinkedIn by initiating a quality conversations with them, and they really also helped me in getting my dream job. So I personally feel that yes, that is a skill within itself, and one needs to adequately develop it.
Yes, absolutely. And I guess, yeah, you're absolutely right that, once your network grows, then, you don't have to struggle for getting the job as much. And I always say this to my clients as well. And I said this to you as well that my intention and probably Career Launch Australia's goal or the purpose is to transform people's lives, which means that once we have helped you in the first, the first time in getting the job, we don't want to use you to use Career Launch Australia as crutches. We want you to become so self-sufficient that the next time you will be able to get a job on your own. And networking is one of those things which will tremendously help you.
Yeah.
You wanted to talk about taking right decision at the right time.
Yeah. So basically, I personally feel that there is no point in if you're finding it too hard to struggle to get a job. It's always right to speak to someone who has a solution to it and who can show you the path ahead. Most of the times, whenever we start this journey of job hunt, we are stuck somewhere, like how to take it forward, what is something I'm lacking, from where I can receive the feedback. And we often tend to take the feedback all from the people who don't have any idea about.
Hmm.
So taking a right decision at the right time means basically not doing the casual jobs or the part-time jobs which we have been doing in our student life. Not extending it to for too long can also be very dangerous and also be harmful, because that becomes a habit within itself. And then we often don't tend to change and get out of a comfort zone. We become pretty much relaxed. We need to know that what is our purpose of coming here, why did we come over here, um, uh, uh, what was required for us to accelerate after finishing our studies. And in 2 or 2.5 months, if you're not finding a great job, I'll personally suggest that network with people and be around the people who can actually help you out with. And you can, like, it can take you a miles ahead, because that is where you can get a feedback from, and you will know what are your strengths and weaknesses and where you need to actually improve.
Great. I was talking to somebody yesterday, Nitish, who a girl called me and she said, I have done everything possible that I could do, and she said, um, I had a few sessions in the university as well, and they told me how to create the resume, and I have created resume. I have sent the resume to so many people. I'm not getting any luck so far. And she said, I have also done my professional year, and I told her about you. I said, tomorrow, if you can join this session, you will meet this person. And she said, the first question she asked me, has he done professional year? What is your answer to that?
No.
And why did not you consider doing a professional year?
Because firstly, I have just been graduated. So I think for me to start my PR journey, obviously I don't want to deviate from the topic. The first key thing to get a PR or to settle in Australia is to get a job. You can't do it, because if you get a job, that means you're a skilled, that too in your field, and then later on you can take those decisions. But it's just not the professional year which will lead you to get a professional job. Obviously it will give you certain kind of learnings, but I personally feel whatever learnings which we have adapted in our university courses and in our graduation, that is pretty much enough. And we are already in that time zone, considering our age and everything, that it is high time we should start implementing these theories into reality. And getting a job itself, starting it from somewhere, it's very important, because once you start, there is no looking back. You can just, you will discover your own path automatically.
It's interesting you said that because when I was talking to this girl who called me yesterday, um, she said that she thought that after doing the professional year, she will be able to get a job very quickly. But she said, even after doing the professional year, there is no guarantee that you will get a job. And she said, now I'm thinking, why did I do the professional year in the first place? I mean, she's in IT, so probably how much does a professional year cost for the
It
IT
costs
people?
you around something around 7.5K. That's a huge amount. The basic ones, like pretty cost
Yeah, but
effective
that's
ones.
that's that's if you are in IT. If you are
If
an
you're,
engineer,
if you're in
you know,
engineering, then it goes to 10. Yeah.
I heard it is about 15K.
Yeah, it goes to 10 to 15K, depending on your stream. It goes to 10 to 15K. And professional year just guarantees you the internship. But then that depends on case by case basis whether you are going to, like, whether it's going to get converted or not. But the only answer to that question, the only answer to that question would be that it's always better to explore pathways. Just
Mm-hmm.
don't rely on one. keep your perspective open. If not this, if not like, our purpose should be strong that we want to get a job, but we should be walking or three or four paths at the same time. And
Mm.
that is what personally I will say I got a job from, because as Rajiv sir says, as we were talking about strategic networking, and I am having a bit of experience from my sales background. It was it was something I was very good at, and that
Mm.
really helped me out in the true sense.
Yeah, tapping different
Doors.
sources
Yeah,
simultaneously.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
You need to keep tapping it. Yeah, yeah.
yes, absolutely. Now, Rohit has a question. What extraordinary thing you think you did that made you stand out different from others?
Uh,
Good
I will
question.
just, yes, nice question by the way. So I will just say that firstly, I won't say extraordinary. I just analyzed myself when I got graduated, that where actually I'm standing at this point of time, how capable I'm of getting a job. And I just took an adequate feedback and I just analyzed my strengths and weaknesses. Uh, I actively accumulated on my strengths, but I also sometimes we often don't agree, or that yes, this is my weakness. We don't agree generally in the true sense, but we need to actually accept yes, this is my weakness, and however bad, how much ever bad it is, and I need to improve on it. So
Mm.
I just improved on those things, taking feedbacks, taking learnings from different places, and I just kept walking on that path, and that is where you keep on getting rejections from, I feel. And once you are on the verge of overcoming your weaknesses by 50-60%, automatically the magic start happening, and that is where you break that threshold and you land your dream job. And just be honest to yourself, accept the
Mm.
reality, like that is a key thing you can do. You can just say that, like this is it, this can't happen. Just accept this is a reality, we have been here now. Okay, this is a situation in front of us, let's plan what needs to be done, and just formulate a strategy and go ahead with it.
Yes, yes, brilliant answer.
Yeah.
Um, I want to ask you now, did the functional knowledge of any specific softwares help you in getting this job?
Yeah, I will say yes, but not completely. I will say
Hmm.
it is a mixture of it. So I will always say 60 to 70% percent is what it requires your soft skills. They just test your whether you are a right person to work around with. Do you have a right attitude? Do you have a right approach towards the job? Will you Are you sincere enough about it? But 30% goes to the technical side about the software and stuff. But yes, that can't be neglected as well. At the same point of time, I think within the job search journey itself will teach you a lot of things, because you keep on editing your resume for different jobs, different positions. And as long as you do that, and as long as along with that, whenever you're getting interviews, you keep on excelling your knowledge. And what I have learned in my last 2 years in my university, actually I was brushing it up whenever I was giving the interviews. So yes, knowledge matters, but not completely. But the more weightage is on the soft skills.
Beautiful. We have Prasad.
Yeah, he's my friend from India, really close
Oh,
friend of mine. Yeah,
oh,
thank you
good.
so much.
Good to
Yeah,
see you, Prasad. Good to see you.
we used to work on events back in India, and I have managed a couple of events. I was a part of his company managing some sort of the other events for him. So yeah, we have lived certain amount of journey together as well.
He was a member of the naughty gang, was he?
Yeah.
Somebody you know is congratulating you. Where is he gone?
My father.
Hi,
Thank you so
Vishwas.
much.
Nice to see you. Very
Yeah.
proud of Nitish and very proud of you and Kalani as well. It's a brilliant day, and I'm so happy and so glad that you are seeing Nitish live on this simulcast. What did he say? It makes me so happy to watch you chase your dreams and catch them. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very much.
He's the one now promoting CLA on the Facebook, like technically.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mansi is my friend. She's back from India.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Hi, Mansi. Good to see you
Thank you
too.
so much. Yeah.
Now, LinkedIn user, how long it took you to find a job, Nitish? How many interviews you went for before? Great question. I knew that this question will be coming. Yes.
Yes. You won't believe it took me 2 months, but I gave 12 interviews. 12
Wow.
interviews I gave, and getting those 12 interviews and something like something used to like I used to just keep on going to the corner and then coming back, keep on going to the corner, then you come back, then and that frustrates you. But yes, as I said before, I used to take that those as a small wins. I tested that as an ability. I saw that thing from a different perspective. Oh, I have that ability to at least go there. Then what ability do I need to just cross that extra step? And
Mm,
that is where I was able to crack my uh, the crack the job which I was looking for. But I'm glad that I found the best job than the 12 interviews which I gave before. So
mm,
Rajesh
absolutely.
sir often you often told me sometimes the things which are not happening with you are the best things which are the best things which are not meant for you not to happen.
Mm, mm.
But whenever you get the thing that is like the that out like outworks all of those ones
Yes,
which
absolutely.
you were chasing for before.
And that is where I admire you because you have shown great resilience
Yeah,
throughout this journey. Because, um, many people think that getting a job in IT is very easy,
yeah,
but no job is easy in Australia. You have to really work hard for it.
yeah.
And that is what we do as well. We hold your hand and take you from where you are to where you want to go. A good friend of yours.
Aniket. Aniket has been my friend. Yeah, we haven't met too much, but yes, we share the journey. He is from my native. We were into the same consultancy when we were coming over here, and
Mm,
it's good to see that he has secured a job from in Australia, and following to that, I secured it. So it feels good that everybody are doing well where from where come from. So thanks a
yes,
lot, Aniket, for that.
absolutely. Um, you wanted to talk about how to accumulate strength and overcome weakness.
Yeah, yeah. So I would just like to say, firstly, whenever I started my sessions and everything, I often used to underestimate myself. Oh, I don't come from an engineering background. How I'm gonna get a job into IT? And looking at my experience, Rajiv sir told me that you don't know what you have, you don't know what you have. So basically you just need to keep on, you can't just say that okay, these are my, you just sat down for 5 minutes and you just noted down your five strengths. That doesn't become the strength. You need to adequately invest your time. When you identify your strengths, you need to spend a quality time on what things you have done in past, what things you're currently doing, and then then sort it out and then see weaknesses which haven't worked out for you. So I personally say that it won't be a 1 day or 2 day 2 day work. Okay, these are my strengths. You need to actively speak to someone that okay, this is what I have done, and connecting to that, how these strengths can help you out in your field and how it can be turned as an asset to an employer. So brainstorming is a great thing, and sharing your advices and having quality conversations with people can really help you out in identifying your strengths. And second thing, which I just told before, accept what things haven't worked for you. Don't take it too personally. Don't take it on your ego, and accepting that that's not going to take you anywhere back, but not accepting that is going to be harmful for you in future. So just accept, because somewhere or the other down the line in next 2 or 3 years, you will come across that and you will start working on that, and then why not today? So that is what I would like to say.
I think your limiting belief was the fact that you are from commerce background and then you did your master's in IT and
Yeah,
you thought that there is no connection in between them,
yeah.
and here you are.
Yes, absolutely. And yes, my experience in while I was studying in Australia, I was doing my part-time job, and it was technically the skills which I accomplished from there. Rajesh sir, when I discussed these things with Rajesh sir, he's like, you don't know what you have, and this is a perfect combination which any employer would get, and that is what helped me in chasing my dream job. Yeah.
Mm, absolutely. You have a message from Swati in Marathi. She's saying that Aji doesn't understand what's going on, but she's very
Thanks
proud of
so
you.
much. Yeah, my granny and my aunt are together in India, in Nasik, and yeah, my granny would be struggling because we're speaking in English at this point of time.
Mm.
But yes, thank you so much, and we'll be
You want
seeing
to
you
say
soon.
something to her in Marathi? You can.
थँक यू सो मच. मी येतोय लवकर भेटायला आणि असाच आशीर्वाद राहू द्या. थँक यू सो मच.
Thank you, Aji. Namaskar. Thank you very much. Um, Anuya is saying something.
Yes, absolutely. He should have been there,
Yes.
and he is the way for. He's one of the primary sources for me to connect to Rajiv sir. So thank you so
Oh,
much.
yes. Yes, absolutely. That's what I said in the beginning, in the introduction, that I did not, and I still haven't met you. Can't
Yeah,
believe
yeah. We are
we are
just
in
seeing
Melbourne, but we haven't met yet.
virtually. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Importance of best meditation practice.
I was waiting for this one, sir. See, as I said earlier, also, like you have to surround yourself with utmost positivity, and this best meditation practice can bring a lot of positivity in your life. It helped me really connected to my goal. Thank you so much, sir, for introducing me. And this is just not one off thing to do just to get a job. It is a lifelong lesson, and it can really help you in achieving like just uh, it is unbelievable that the power of best meditation is unbelievable. It like the right you start from your day and right you finish your day, it helps you to be connected to your higher purpose. This is what I would like to say.
Yeah, I think yes, you are absolutely right. You are driven by your higher purpose in life, and that
Yeah,
is what um, that's. I believe that's the difference between your goals and your purpose. Your goals are temporary and they will keep changing, but your purpose is ongoing. It will keep driving you all through the life.
yeah, absolutely.
Right. Swati is saying something that your granny is blessing you. So thank you so much. All right. Mayur.
Thanks, Mayur. Thank you so much. Challenge. Yes. Thank you so much for asking me this question, and thank you so much for actually wishing me. I would like to say the great challenge in my job search process um, was to first quit my job, which I actually had in my hand, and
A
then
well-paying job.
well-paying job. I already had that, and then take the another job in my field. So basically, I think what it takes to get a great job over here is the immense courage. So always taking that risk, you know, was the greatest challenge for me. And then getting associated with obviously CLA, but just getting that move and getting into that deeper sea was one of the major challenges I've faced, you know. And then just keep believing as long as you don't get a job that yes, you will get it someday. So maintaining that self belief also was one of the greatest challenges.
Yes, absolutely. How did you overcome the questions like not having Australian local experience and not having work rights? Because most places they don't have even consider an applicant who does not have work rights? Well, you had the
Uh,
work rights, right?
Yeah, I had the work rights. Mostly students over here consider face an difficulty in not having Australian local experience. But I technically somewhere not in my field, but I had in some other field a bit of experience that actually helped me out. I will say getting having any experience in Australia helps you in getting a job. So no job is too small to do. Always keep on doing the things. Smaller things can obviously pay off in achieving the greater results. And having considerable amount of rights, work rights, also can get you the job. You just need to make sure you're tapping to the right job application in the right way, and I think the results will be in front of you.
Yes. So, how did you overcome the questions like not having Australian local experience? Well, to be honest with you, you know, we only work with we exclusively work with immigrants or who are experienced professionals from overseas, or the fresh graduates who don't have any local experience. And if local experience was the only thing because of which people would get the job, then none of our clients would get the job. And you're talking to somebody today, Nitish, who has who has got a job without having any. He's still on a 485 visa. So
Yeah,
local experience, I believe, is not the only thing. When I was talking to Darren Saul, a recruiter with 20 years of experience, he said, give them so much value that they will not even think about the local experience kind of thing.
absolutely. Yeah,
And it all comes down to one thing, I believe, like you said earlier, your attitude, your confidence. That's what people want to see. You may not have all those things that you need for, as in softwares, not the technical skills, but technical skills can be taught. Attitude and confidence cannot be taught. It's never taught in any school, in
yeah.
any college or any university. You have to first develop it, and then you got to nurture it. So I hope Nitish and I, we have answered your question to your satisfaction. All right. The last question probably I have to ask you is, when you were going through this journey for 2 months, which is a long time, big period. I remember you were calling me almost like every day at night, and we were having this discussion over the phone after 7 o'clock or something like that. How invaluable that post mentoring support was for you in getting this job.
Absolutely, sir. I will rate it 100 on 100 because personally, it's like, uh, you every day is a challenge. Like, every day whenever I used to wake up and I used to get into my laptop, you need that motivation to do. And I think that motivation, all that motivation came from the post mentoring support itself. Because every night when I used to like almost every night I used to call Rajiv sir and we used to talk like not like 5-10 minutes, even for sometimes it used to go beyond 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So that gave me an energy to wake up next day, search for job applications, do the strategic networking, apply for the job and give interview. And it feels that there is someone to look after you. There is someone who is living this journey with you, and who is also taken a complete accountability of making seeing in accountability in seeing you successful. So it was amazing, sir, and no doubts about that. And that is that post, because see, once the sessions are over, that post mentoring support is something which kept me going. Just to phrase it up in one line.
I remember distinctly, Nitish, you called me once and you were quite emotional that day. You were going
Yeah,
through this rough patch of getting the job, and you were struggling to find a job, and you become extremely emotional. And all I did was listen to you. I was
yeah,
only listening to you, and you were going through all your emotions, and you vented out all your emotions, which I believe was the best thing to do.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So this is a like a high density journey, I will say. And but yes, there the lines won't be always straight. You will always see ups and downs, everything. But yes, having a right coach, right mentor besides you can wave off your pins, and you can just do a great job, and you can just get what you're actually looking for. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So, now that you have earned your ideal job, I sincerely wish you also get your PR very soon, and may you be able to bring your parents over to Australia. And my heartfelt thanks for this wonderful interview and your time in giving this interview. I'm pretty sure this interview is going to influence a lot of people who are watching this right now or who will be watching this interview later on. Moklis says, I feel the same working with Mr. Rajiv. For me, he's a. Oh, thank you so much. It means a lot, Moklis. Thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough, Moklis. It means a lot to me. So before we end this session, Nitish, I just want to pass on a message to you from somebody who is saying this.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. That's a great end.
This
Thank
is
you so
Nitish's
much.
mother saying to him in Marathi that she is absolutely proud of him. With that,
Thank
we come to the end of this session, Nitish. And once again, thank you so much. And
thank you so much.
you really have become an influencer today. You have set a new benchmark, and you have really, in literal sense, you have become a reference point for so many other people to follow.
Thank you so much,
So,
sir.
with that,
I'm
let's
looking
end
forward
it.
to
And
see you soon. Yes, sir. Thank you so
yes,
much.
please go ahead. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye.